Welcome back in, everybody. We're going to be talking about the new hero, MEI, who has just joined us in the Nexus. The base kit for her is going to be Snowblind. You're going to be having Blizzard. You're going to be having Icing. Her first heroic will be Avalanche, second will be Ice Wall, and her trait is going to be Cryo Freeze. So we'll go ahead and just look through her base talents and just kind of put together what we think is going to be really strong. I got to look at this a little bit earlier, and there's a couple things that I've already looked at that I already liked that pair well together. I just don't know how they're actually going to synergize within a team fight or within a game itself. Heavy Pack at level 1 I think is such a strong talent because you can pair that in with the level 4 Slush Ball, so you can increase the damage and the structures are disabled for 3 seconds. But you can get a CDR onto that with the level 1 Heavy Pack. So you can basically keep sieging with MEI, and with the tower changes that are coming in with the new Nexus anomalies, this allows them to actually push into the front gates of keeps and forts without actually having any negative armor penalties. So just those 2 talents out the gate I think are really, really strong. There are other things that you can also pair into. Heat Transfer is very good. You can also go into Crystallize at level 4 as well, just because the spell armor, spell armor in the current state of things is actually very, very strong. So just up front, those are really, really strong talents that I'm seeing that you can pair just at 1 and 4. At level 7, we have quite a few good options as well, but Battery Pack was something that I was seeing. And the kind of direction that I see MEI going into is she can either be a very siege-heavy tank, stepping into the forts and allowing the rest of the team to then maybe find a kill, or even just being a very strong tank in the sense that she can give herself spell armor. She can then also reduce, she can remove roots and slows and also regenerate health. On top of the fact that you're regenerating health when you jump into your ice, I'll call it ice block, but your cryo freeze. Like, there's so many ways for MEI to sustain in so many of these fights that I'm really, really excited about those factors when it comes to team fight aspects. Same kind of thing when it comes to a team fight. Avalanche is going to be really good for a disengage, much like Falstad's Gust, but I think Ice Wall is going to be the #1 pick for a lot of players. It is a 90-second cooldown, so it's a lot longer when it comes to some of these situations where you can potentially have multiple team fights during one engagement, and Avalanche might actually stop things, but I just think Ice Wall is going to be kind of a good pause, and then you can re-engage. You also have the slow, and I believe at level 20 you can get an upgrade on that as well where you can reduce the armor. So I think Shatter at level 20 is really, really strong. It's 25 seconds, excuse me, reduced armor for 25 for 5 seconds. So overall, I like that Shatter right there. Moving into 13, I still think that like the Cryo Freeze just build in general, just building into her trait is so very strong, just because you can now get cooldown reduction on your base abilities. You also now have basic attacks that slow. So something like a Rainer with Ace in the Hole at level 1, that's really impactful. If you even just auto attack someone with MEI, you're going to be able to slow them, which allows your team to chase in further. So trait build at this point is what I'm seeing be very, very strong. And then moving into 16, Fresh Powder is always a good option as well, just because of the distance you can go. So that way you can, the distance you can throw it, so you have more engagement opportunities, which I kind of like as well. Black Ice isn't bad either. That way you can also just slide in a little bit better and be more aggressive with your MEI. And then finally, Accumulation, just the passive. I don't know, like the passive trait build, I keep coming back to that because every single time it just seems like anything you do to MEI can be countered by just building into her passive or her trait. And then at level 20, as I said, Shatter I think is going to be really, really strong. The only thing that I don't know about MEI, which I want to jump into really, really quickly, is going to be her attack range in general. Because if you are going to be upgrading your basic attack to have a slow in the passive form, I'm curious to see what her actual range would be with that. So we can actually see here really, really quickly. Base range on MEI is going to be 4.5, not the longest in the world. Definitely not the... Oh, we actually see the fog. So what is it? If you stand in a bush for a few seconds, you can... Hold on. Let's see, can we avoid art this? So this is the fog. This is actually one of the new Nexus anomalies coming in. So I am now invisible until I use an ability or take damage or until the event's over. I did walk into art this here. I was at 800 health, and now I'm at 4,100. I was at 800 health, and now I'm at 4,100 in 3 seconds. I don't know about this team. I don't know about this team. Let's turn off cooldowns. Okay, top bar. We're gonna try and get it right around the 800. Nope, 820. I don't like that. I don't like that. But Mei overall, I think she's going to be a strong hero. Might be a little too strong out the gate, especially with her trait build, but let me know what you think in the comments.